You can, hello, please. If you can hear me, please signify.
Yeah, we can hear. I can hear you, sir.
Okay. So today dealing with chat. We'll be dealing with chat today. So I'll quickly share my screen. Okay, I'll share the entire screen. Okay, I hope you can see my screen now.
No, I can't see it, sir.
Okay, let me check. Okay, I think it should be up now. So chat, we hear the word chat. What are chats? Like what do we understand by chats? We hear the chats. Chats are the grammatical representation of something. It could be anything. So remember at the first time when we started the Excel data analysis training, we are talking about that you could be able to present your data. So we are now at the final stage of presenting your data to where your manager or whoever is in charge of the data. So now to present your data, how do you present it? You present it using what? A diagrammatical representation. Is using a diagrammatical representation, you see that you are using what? You are using the charts, like the bar chart. I think there are some statistic people around here. We have the different type of charts. We have bar charts, pie charts, and so many. So this is how you represent the data. Data are like languages, show things. So these are various. You click on your insert. These are various type of charts we have. We have the pie charts. We also have this chart. So when you go to your inserts, click on your inserts, then you see a 2D pie chart.
Okay,
We have
okay, Instructor Martins.
okay, say what you want, I'm with you.
I think your drop down, they are not saying the direction. Are you sharing the full screen or I don't really know why your drop
They're
down
not
is
they're not saying anything.
like yes, I'm not seeing your tabs bars.
Sorry, please, the rest of you, are you seeing my screen? Did you see the chart I displayed? Hello, do any of you see the chart I displayed?
Yeah, the pie chart actually showed before, but nothing is showing now.
Okay, so it's actually showing. So when you click on the insert, I'm not inserting it now. I just want to explain all this for you before we start inserting. So when you click on this, the pie chart, we have the 2D pie chart. We also have, when I click on it, we'll be able to drag and see the full thing. So we have the 2D pie chart, which also comes with this other type of grammatical flow, which has what? A two type, like a engine rolling blade here also. Then we also have this, which also come with I'm coming, let me display this. Okay, we also have this also, as you can see here, this type of chart also. We also have this one, and we also have this 2D type of pie chart here that you can use. Also, not only that, we also have what? The 3D pie chart. So if you want to present your uh your your analysis or your data set, you use what? The 3D pie chart, which is also here. But we also have the donut pie chart, this donut pie chart. So depending on the flow you want to use. So not only pie chart, you might decide, okay, there are also more pie charts you can import. Also, you can decide not to use a pie chart. You can decide to use so many other things that you want. So we also have line column. We also have this one. Some people call it the hologram or that. We also have this column, and which also show you the balance, credit, and everything. But you as the data analyst, you have to make your decision on what to use according to what your data set. You have to know the type of chart you are supposed to use. We have this 3D column chart. As you can see, it can tell the highest amount of things here. As we can see here, it's showing us that this is, we should know that the lowest here is what? The debit of 2000, right? $2,000 here. So it's the debit of the least lowest of what? Bots credit. So here on the, yeah, bot credit. So here explaining what this does is explaining is taking the credit and showing the amount transaction. So right now this chart isn't looking pretty, really pretty good. So yeah, to define the names, you can click on this. I'll show you what I mean. Let me explain more on the charts for you. So also we also have the 3D what? The 3D columns also. These are the 3D columns on your own screen. When you click on them, you can choose how you want to represent those data depending on what you want. Then we also have the 2D bar. So these are the 2D bars. So these are the 2D bars, and we also have the 3D bars. Then we also have these ones, depending ones that comes in stacks and clustered bars also, if you want that. Then also there are so many to explore. And we also have the 2D area. We always call this area, some call them mountains. So mountains can just tell you that, oh, this is a high mountain, this is a low mountain. So here we also have this. For you as the data analyst, you have to pick what your chart should represent. We also have the 2D line. We also have the 2D line chart, which you can see. It shows you a line from where the lowest price to the highest price. So you can easily use your eyes to pick which work best for you. Also as a data analyst, then also I think we have also have for stocks. I know that let me see if this stock still work. To create this stock, arrange data using the sheet in order. Okay, because our sheet is not in order in stock market, you need to arrange your sheet in order to flow with the stock market regulation, so you can be able to use that. So okay, we also have the combo. So also you can also use that also, and we also have the scatter plot, which are mostly common in data analysis. So as you can see in this scatter plot, is represented with dots in the charts. So they are the columns are they are represented with dots, the data there. So we also have, it also comes with line scattered with smooth lines and marking. So from that dot, from this low dot, it will mark. If you want to add a scatter with line mark, it will add a mark to show you that the lowest price started from here 1.12 to $2,000. So it comes here to, I think the highest was, let's say, $2,600 or $900. So also in the line chart, we also have, yeah, like I told you, the scatter plot also has a line, smooth line that shows you without the double dots. Also comes with what? A straight line and markers also. Then we also have bubbles. If you like bubbles and all that. Then also comes with 3D bubbles. If you are a type that like more fancy thing. So we can just pick any random stuff here. If it's the bar chart, anything you want to use, you can just pick the random. So you just pick the random charts you want to use to present your data. So like if you want really advanced data, this is a tip I will give you. After this class, you have to go and research on what is called Power BI. I mean, I don't present my data using these charts. I don't present it because it doesn't give you much flow to what you want. If you need to write data that you want to write data that means something to an organization, you have to go and learn what's called Power BI. So Power BI gives you a professional dashboard of representing your data in a professionalized way. Or this also work, but on your own, you have to go and research on Power BI, or depending if there's a course on Power BI coming up on this cohort, you could attain to participate on it. So this for charts. Also, charts comes with fields. You can add colors. Is it solid? You want to do gradients? You can see you make it fancy. You can also make it fancy. You want to put pictures, pattern, fields. You want to do this, do that, do this. So it comes with fields. Comes with foreground color. You can also change the color here that you want. Here, if it's orange, you want. You can also do that by changing the foreground color and also the background color. Also, you can also change the background color. I think is default white. You can also change if you want to any color that suits your feel. You can change it to anyone here. So also we have okay, I think I got okay, someone raise up. Okay. Abasi, you can proceed. Okay, Abasi, you can proceed.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So, please, I didn't see where your cursor moved to that you had to change the color. I've not seen your cursor. Do you understand what I mean?
To repeat this again. Right? I understand what cursor
Yes.
is. It's
I
the
didn't
mouse,
see.
right?
I,
Yeah.
yes, I didn't see where
So
it moved to that you
can
have
you
to
see
change
it
the
now?
color. Yes, I can see it now,
Can
but
you
then
see
I
it
didn't see
now?
where you pressed that you had to change the color.
Okay, maybe it was a technical glitch. Okay. So right now, are you seeing my hand now? You see this icon here that is called view.
Yes, I can see it.
Can you see
I
my
can't
cursor
see your
now?
cursor, but then I can see view.
Hello, Mrs.
Yes, sir.
Abasi.
Can you hear me?
Can you see my okay? So at this point, you can still see it now.
No, I can't see your cursor, but then I've seen view. You said if you asked if I've seen view.
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Can you see it now?
No, sir, I'm not seeing your cursor.
Uh,
Okay, I can see your cursor now. I can see it now.
okay. I think I saw a message. Favor can see it.
I can see it now.
Okay.
So I want to
So
know
when you
where
click
you.
on your bar now, this is the okay. So you can see this little icon here that looks like a pen that I'm pointing at. This icon that looks like a point. So when you click it on your system, when you click at this little icon on your system, or when you click on this your chart, when you click here, you see what is called style. On your style, it will give you a default that of three or multiple type of style you want. Please, are you following me
Yes, I'm
now?
following you.
Mrs. Abasi, are you following me?
Yes, I'm following you, but your voice is breaking. I think it's network glitch.
When you click on your chart, you will see this what is called style, like a paint brush. I need you to Need to know if you are following me.
Yes, I'm following you.
Hello, Mrs. Abasi. Are you with me?
Sam, yes, sir, I
Okay.
can hear you now.
So when you click on this that looks like a paint brush, it's called a style, a chart style. The style means it's not a big. Okay. Okay.
Okay, I think he's having some network challenge. So we should have a little patience. Instructor Martins will be coming back. I think there was network issue. So let us wait for some minutes. So before he comes back, let me introduce you to a pivot table. Have you heard of a pivot table? Before instructor Martins went into chat, so I want you to know that pivot table is more essential. When we talk about pivot table, when you are analyzing large amount of data, when we talk about large amount of data, like millions of data, and you want to represent with a dashboard, so you need pivot table to analyze those large amounts of data. For example, let's see how we can use this table. I believe you know how we created table yesterday. Now let's see how we can use this table to create a pivot table, and also we can see how it will work when we are trying to create a dashboard. Okay, so I hope you guys are with me. Now, so first of all, I would like this data set. This is a little data set I created, and thereafter I'll go to a pivot table, a pivot table dashboard, which is yeah. Let's see. Yeah, this pivot table. First of all, you have to highlight all your data. Highlight all your data, then you click on this pivot table. Once you click on this pivot table, it will select all you want. You will select all you want. When you select all you want, you press OK, and this will take you to a new environment. This is a pivot table environment, and the pivot table ever contain what? My data set. And this data set can be used in representing our dashboard. For example, let me see this. These are the table I collected. We have to organize it. There's a way or area where you will use the drag and drop method here. First of all, let's organize this data using our pivot table. First of all, I will take my gender to a column and my GPA to there. And when you see me arranging them, you saw that the data is scattered. So I have to find a suitable way that matches uh, my data set. So let's see how we are going to do it, and let's see how it will work. Okay, so I found out that this data is not a data that we can use a pivot table, but this is how we can create a pivot table. So we can select only the name and the gender. We can select the name and the GPAs. If you see the name and the GPA, and it is well organized, With this, we can create a chart to create our dashboard. So I think Instructor Martins is back. Instructor Martins will take over from here. It will take us to the charts. Okay, I'll stop sharing my screen. Instructor Martins, you can continue from your class.
Okay, are you done with the pivot table?
Yes.
Okay. So the chart isn't much of a long thing. So let me just so back to the chart. When you click on the style, so you can select various type of style. We also have this. Anything that you think is fancy for you to present, you can select this depending on what you want. And also if you want the chart to be very big, also you can touch this area, this point of the areas. Are you seeing it? The center here that has something like a box. Are you seeing it? This point, all these points. You can touch them to resize what? To resize the chart to make it big or very small. Are you seeing? So you can make it very bold so the eyes can see it because you'll be the one presenting, not me. So now what is your chart representing? If you look at this area of line, this row is telling you this first things here, this first place is representing what? This first row is telling you that the date was what? 2025 06 01 000. The opening balance is telling you this is opening balance. So if I should change this to, let me call it something else. If we call it something else, let's just say okay. So it will change to what? Okay. So depending on what your chart is doing, but what you should understand that the diagrammatical representation comes in what? Rows and column. So here, this is the row, right? So this is the first row of what? Of the chart, which is representing this particular line. So here's the second row. Here's the second row representing what? This particular line. So it's telling you that 2000 abi or 20,000, if I can say I'm not with my glasses much. So it says 20,000 is less than what? That the 15,000 is lower than this amount, 20,000. So this is the second row. Then at the third, at the third row, which is this one, it came here and say 13,000. Yeah, 13,000 here. That 13,000 is less. So as you can see, it's giving you a line to show you that, oh, this was higher, then it came here. This was lower, then it came here. As you can see, there's a difference here. So at the second, the fifth row, we came here and this is 28,000. It's telling that 28,000 was the highest, and who had the highest was salary received was 28,000. So you can be able to explain your data. Remember, this first row was dealing with what? Credit, which was 2,000. This was dealing with what? Debit of what? Bought groceries. Then this was another debit of what? Bought phone credit. And this was what? Credit of what? Salary received. So also the same thing you can do when you click on your style. When you go down, you can also choose different style. Like I told you, see, you want something very fancy, you want to do something very nice. As you can see, you can choose various type of style. You can make it black. As you can see, the black is nice, giving us a dark charcoalish color. You can do this, change your style, come here, give it a 3D style. But me, most times I prefer using the black. It's kind of fancy. So what can you also do next? Can you change the color if you want? So when you click on the color at this side, close to your style, you see the color here. When you click on the color, so what color do you want to change on? So you can change the color and give it a color of what? Red. Is it red you want? Blue? There are multiple colors here. Yellow, macaron. So you can give it any color of things you want. Say black, the color that suits your taste. So you can give it any color you want. Also, what can you also do? So when you click on your charts, when you click on this chart, at the left sidebar, at the left, right, sorry, the right hand bar here at this tab bar where my cursor is moving out, you'll see what is called a fill. This thing that looks like paint that you paint your normal house. So this thing that looks like a painting like a paint bucket that you paint your house. When you click on it, you have more options to play around with your color. You say no fills. If you put no fills, meaning it will make it fancy. So you can put solid fills, gradients. Gradients mean different colors mixture. You can put picture. So if the organization has picture, you can paste a picture. So how do you paste a picture in the background? So you click on this file. So when you click on the file, you go to your download section where your picture is, and you can paste. Okay, let me just see a random picture here. So you can paste a picture. This is a picture explaining something there. So you can paste a picture to the background, or you can also do no fill, and it returns back to normal. So like I told you, gradients, no lines. If you don't need line, you need solid gradients. You can play around. There are also colors you can play with. So don't be afraid to explore and check more about it. Okay, when you click on solid fill, so you can change the color inside and say this blue purple, this blue, any color you want. Then transparency, you want it to be light, to be very light or thin, so you can play around with it. Then linear, we also have the linear, radial type, and rectangular. This you also do it if you want. Then I remember I talked about gradient. So the gradient is mixtures of color. So when you click on the gradient, you can play around. Transparency also is also there. Also, when you click on this area, also when you click on this area, it's called effects. So what are effects? Effects gives you the ability to add elevations. Okay, I think I went too far there. So effect gives you the ability to like make it more fancier. You can give it shadow, like shadow. You want to give it shadow, 3D type of feel. See, it looks more like a 3D kind of thing now. Now looking nice. You want to give it 3D. So data are actually data is just like data is like the word. It's like a language. That's what we call it. You need to be able to speak the language, represent the language for people to understand what what you are trying to communicate to them. So you can give it shadows, distance, transparency. Like I told you, it means light or thin, how light or thick you want that to be. Also glow, you can make it glow if you want to make it glow. Like I told you, you want to give it, you see at the border it's already shining red, so you can make it glow. So if you are working in an oil drill or something, you know that petrol are always red, so you can say, oh, when this guy is already red, when this petrol is already low, when we are out of barrels on that day, make it red. So you make it red, give them soft edge. You can resize them by giving them PT. There are also tests inside, you can give them also. Then also you can also use your normal way to resize them. Then the 3D, if you want to play with 3Ds, making it elevated, you can also do that also with it. Then also we have the text option here. Also we have the text. For the text in there, we also have text. You can resize your text. Also give them transparency, colors. Is it black? Is it blue? So the colors in the text they will change. So depending on the colors of text, what type of color do you want? Well, black is the normal kind of thing people use. Transparency, like I told you what transparency mean, how light or thin what you want to do is. So this is how it works also. Then you can click on this other option. You want to make your test look kind of elevated, like I told you, 3D in a 3D format. You can make your test also look that way. Blurry, distance, then sizing. You can use your normal insert to size your test also. Also then distance, you want to give it space between You can also do that, and also for PT, also for the glow to make it shine. If you want to do that, depends on you as the data analyst. So you can do that. And also in this is called chart filter. Chart filter. So what does chart filter do? Chart filter is basically a very important, they are also important. So chart filter, what you need and what you don't need, is like you filtering rice. This actually how chart filter works. It's nothing big, nothing too large. It's just you filtering rice. So now it's like us filtering what? Our data. So the rice now is our data set. So we are trying to filter it. We use what? This icon that looks like a filter for putting fuel pump or taking fuel in your car. So you click on your chart filter. So what does the chart filter do? We have the values. You can select all, not select all. You click on your data set, then click on the chart filter. You can decide to select all, not select all, show the balance, and you click on apply, and also do that. Then come to the names, and it will show you the rows and balance. You can click on none if you don't want. All column is showing column one. If it's column one you want to display, you can do that and click on apply, and everything would tally according to what you have set your standard to be. So typically this is how everything works on chart. So I think this is all for charts. You can play around with other charts. Then, like I told you, the last thing that I'm going to say, if you want to get really, really good, because after this class, most of you might be working on a data analyst company. So you might want to work on using advanced stuff. Like I told you, you have to, this no part of the course, you have to go towards download your Power BI and learn about more on Power BI. This is how you professionals display their data. You're going to learn about that. Okay, so that is all for today class. If you have any question, you can tell me. Then Mr. Moses, you can take over from. So if there's any okay,
Instructor Martins,
okay,
I think you give them an assignment. I think you gave them assignment yesterday, day before yesterday.
yes, okay.
You give them,
I was thinking of because now it's already time, almost time for the project, right? So I'm
yes.
thinking like let them play. Yes. So the project will just be combination of every single thing they've already. So we can make arrangement on that. So I'm thinking like on their own they can let them play with charts. Who can play with Power BI can go online, research about Power BI like I told you. Try to do something very impressive. Remember this cohort was not set for Power BI, but you can, as a professional, you can learn Power BI, then represent your charts, connect your Excel to Power BI, present your charts the same way we just did everything. Nothing really hard. So if you can present your charts, just try and learn that because I think they'll be submitting their during their projects now. I think it's one more courses left now for them, right? So that they'll just combine everything with the project and submit. I don't know. What do you think? Hello, Instructor Moses. Hello, Instructor Moses. I think maybe his network is down or I think I'm down. Please, if you can hear me, just indicate by raising up your hand so or if you have any question. Okay, somebody would like to participate. Might be network. Yeah, yeah, I guess so. So if you have any question concerning what I've just told you about, you can ask. Like I told you, if you want to, this is the icon, Power BI. You search. Okay, I think let me share my screen so you can see it. For those that want to advance on your own, you can search on it. Okay, so you go to your Chrome. So it gives you access to a lot of uh a lot of things, charts, advanced things, advanced data analysis tools for displaying data. So if you want to work on yourself, get
So
more better
sorry,
on
I
it,
went
you
off.
can research on it. Okay.
Okay, but I think the Power BI class, the Power BI, I think to me, I was not introducing them into Power BI because Power BI is a separate course. It's a separate course.
Okay.
It's kind of
Oh,
advanced
okay,
in
okay.
nature, and joining combining them with
That means
Power
we have to do it in a different cohort.
BI. I think yeah, my main
How it
focus
looks
was
like.
okay. My main focus was Python and Power BI and Tableau. Okay,
Okay.
and
Okay, we do.
also I think Excel is what people use every day, and most people find it easy, and they go through it easy, and they solve their problem. That's why I love introducing Excel to them. So I think this is advanced in nature to them, and also those people in the Python, we have this knowledge. Okay, thank you for introducing them, but our project will
If
be
they can
coming up.
research on their, if they can, or
Yes, if they can research, if
for
they can
if
research
they can
on,
research on it on their own.
yes.
As you see how beautiful it is. Many things. This word clock, it turns around. So that's how, like, it's a professional thing. It's not something that you can do in just one day. So it's very advanced. So if you can research on it or wait for the next cohorts, then, or your Python cohorts, if you can join there, then that's fine.
I
Well,
think
that's that for that.
I think I want to limit the people who we take for the Python. I think
Okay.
last last Python class was two. I think two people who graduated. I purposely limit it, and
Okay.
now I'm seeing that some people are not even serious in that Python group. Except there's a guy called Favor here. I think the guy is serious. Favor, Akere Jola. So I'm trying to add any other person, which I will make up to two, so that we'll take the Python class
Okay,
serious.
that's better.
Yeah. So and also uh, uh, I think we are done for today. Instructor Martins, I really don't have anything to say, but if they have any question to ask, they can ask you. And also, I think I just recovered now. I can teach now, and I
Okay.
can teach in my Excel classes.
Okay. I think there's one more class remaining for them, right?
Yeah,
The uh the
yeah.
building of the application.
It's not just one. I think next week I will take them what if analysis.
Okay.
What if analysis? No, I've taken them what if analysis. I will take them a VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP,
Okay,
HLOOKUP.
okay.
So I have to take them HLOOKUP, and then I'll take them micro VBA. So
Okay, I'm with you.
micro VBA. I think micro VBA will be a marathon class because we have to create a dashboard, create a database. So you have to prepare yourself. I think that class, whosoever that came to the class on time will benefit for it. I think
Okay,
I'm not going to bother for them. So we have
okay,
gotten to
that's
the
better.
stage. Yeah, we have gotten to the stage where we cannot be bothering on them again. Okay.
Okay,
And
no
also,
problem.
if they have question, we have two topics remaining. One is what again?
The VLOOKUP and
Yeah, VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP and VLOOKUP, and the
the VBA.
advanced VBA. Okay. So, if they have any question to ask, they can ask. Okay, before the project. I think as soon as we are done with the micro VBA, we are going to distribute the project on for them. And I think each and every one of us will present it in a better format and in a better way. So for those who were present in the Python class, I believe you saw the people who defended and how it came out. So this time around, well, I think he said a few. So people who graduated is only people who submit assignments and do their coursework, and everything will be okay for them. So Instructor Martins is here. Instructor Martins is done with you guys. I'm the one that will be taking you the two courses remaining. So Instructor Martins is here. If
Okay,
you have any question to ask Instructor Martins, you can ask Instructor Martins.
well, I think they don't have any question. Well, people should be ready to work on a data set that's very rough. That's all I have to say. Oh, somebody now has a question to say. Okay, Mrs. Abasi, you can proceed.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma.
Please, when you were teaching us formatting, I think it was Mr. Moses that taught us formatting. I went
Okay.
through the video again. I was trying to do things on my own, but then I was stuck up somewhere. Like for you to do, was it yes, reps? Like to if you want to use chat, like if you want to do it in Tally, because I think that was Tally. I don't know how to explain the whole thing.
Okay.
The
That's
function was you do equals to reps into bracket open, then into colon, is it
okay.
open
Okay.
and
No,
close
let me share my screen again, okay? Let me share my
okay.
screen on that so that we can walk through the rep again and you have a clear idea and a clear picture of what you are trying to explain, okay?
Alright, sir.
So let's talk about the rep. Let's see the rep. Mm, coming.
No problem, sir.
Okay, Miss Favor, why is searching for it? Uh, what is your question so we can take note of it? Okay, Miss Favor.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Okay, so I do have a question. So I was
Okay.
not present earlier from the class, so I wouldn't like to ask questions on that because I don't want to take us back. I'll just go and watch the YouTube. But I want to ask a question about comparing data sets on Excel. I don't think
Okay.
we've done that issue here. So I would love to know how to do that and do it perfectly well.
How to what? Come again.
Compare data sets. Like I have two different data sets I want to work on Excel, and I am trying to compare them. They are actually similar, but they still have differences. So I would like to compare them to know their difference. So how do I work that out on Excel? So I would love to learn about that as well.
Two data sets. So if I should get this question very correct, that means you're having data set one and you're having another data set two, right?
Yes.
Okay. To compare those data sets, they are different in structured and unstructured way. They are different way. Yeah, there are different formats you can use. Like I tell you, you can use the X lookup. Do you know of the X lookup and V lookup, which you talked about?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me? He
Yes,
talked
I can
about
hear you now.
instruction. Moses talked about V lookup, right, and X lookup. So V lookup and X lookup can match two data sets together, and
Okay.
it to find, yeah. So that's that. So it's going to teach you that.
VLOOKUP
I
and
think he
what?
said it. X lookup.
So is that
It
all
can
I
match. Yes, that's all you just need to. That's all
is
you
that
need.
the that I need to put into it to give me, as in when I have to compare, like put
Yeah,
V.
yes. If you want to compare two data sets, you use the X lookup. Browse more on the X lookup, research on the X lookup. But I think I heard he's going to teach the X lookup and V lookup on the next cohort.
All
Or
right.
the, uh, so
Sorry, on next week, right? On the next class.
yes, I'm going to teach
So
lookup, VLOOKUP, and
X
H
lookup
lookup. So
and H
H
lookup.
lookup is like missing data with finding columns that are similar to another columns. I think that is what you mean. Comparing. You are
Yes,
looking for
she's comparing two data
Yes,
sets. So
like
she
yes.
if
can compare sheet one and sheet two with it.
okay, let me show you an example. Let me show you something. So I think, for example, these are two data sets. You want to compare them. You want to join them and get the data from here. Yeah. Hello.
Okay, I'm with you. Sorry.
This is data set one and
One
data set
and two.
two. So I think you want to compare them. Like you want to get the data of this one, if here in this place.
Mm, well, kind of, but I mean, okay, just take for instance, these are two data sets. They
Yeah.
actually have the same thing, the same, data in them, but there is
Different
a
sheet.
little difference in them. Now I'm
Yes.
trying to get the difference so as to know what is different from this particular one and different from this particular one,
It's
and
the
then
same thing.
It's the same thing I'm trying to explain. These data sets might not be the same. Like the names might not be the same, but I can just pick the particular data I need from one and place it here. Do you understand?
no, I didn't get that.
Okay. For the VLOOKUP, I might this data set might not be the same thing. Okay,
Okay.
but a particular column will be the same with this, with the
Yes.
first. So I might just get the data of the particular column and leave the one that I did not see. Do you understand?
Okay.
Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Good, that is lookup. You are looking up on the datas.
All right, but you say you're going to teach on this, right?
Yeah, yeah. See, that is our second class next week.
Okay.
Don't be too fast, okay? We are coming there.
I'm just telling you what's like this actually what I look forward to
Yes.
learn.
What was your problem? Yeah, you will see it next week. He will tell you.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
Thank
So for someone that was having issue with rep, did you say how I go about this?
I'm not seeing
Uh,
your screen.
I think your network. Check your network, okay? Are you seeing it?
No.
So, Favor, did you see my screen?
I think it's our network. We should just be patient with her. There's someone else that still have a question. Before she can see her screen, like let's say attend to the person too. Then
So,
when she can see the screen, she should.
Ogunbemi, Ayodele,
Yes, good evening.
you have been silent. What's up? Why are you cool?
And I
So,
joined the class late, so
no pro. So, Ayodele, you want to ask questions? Ayodele, is Ayodele in class? Instructor Martins,
Sorry, please. I also want
I'm
to
with
ask.
you.
Ayodele is not responding. No,
Okay, okay.
it's really
Mrs.
not.
Abasi, can you see the screen now so we can proceed?
So, Favor, you wanted to say something.
Yes. So I want to know after this class, do we still have chances to reach out and ask questions to the instructors?
You are free to ask questions.
All right.
As far there's a group called Alumni Group. Okay. As once you have been issued certificates, you chat me up. I will add you to the group. You are free to chat the instructors, and they will respond to you. Okay.
So I've been raising up my hand, so
You are like we have been calling you, sir.
um you spoke on the pivot table, sir, and what you spoke on the pivot table, it was very brief before instructor Mathis actually came on board back. And I was thinking, you know, the pivot table is going to be an extensive class of, you know, not extensive like that, but it should be more explicit enough where we can actually use the pivot table to actually do some data cleaning and data cleaning actually. So, but the pivot table you took this now was a bit brief.
Okay. Do you think that we use pivot table to do data cleaning?
Yeah, we can actually. I feel I don't know. I'm just saying, sir.
I think I get the point he's coming from. There are some people that use the pivot table to do that data cleaning, and
No.
some people will say it's easier for them, that it makes life
Da-
easier. But
Data
actually,
cleaning.
that's what people will say, that it makes life easier for them. But the way I look at it, it actually it doesn't. Actually, if you're writing your own function, cleaning your data yourself is actually more preferable than using, I think, the pivot table. But if you still want to proceed with the pivot table, then you can
Okay.
also.
Uh, when you mention data cleaning, when you talk about data cleaning, there's I don't think they use uh, pivot table for data cleaning. So, Instructor Martins,
Okay, I'm with you.
please can you search on Google and search on pivot table for me in Excel and what is it used for? Okay.
You can actually use the pivot for data cleaning.
Please just share your screen and uh, let's see what we can use it for. Okay. So everyone, let's wait for Instructor Mantis, okay? Let's have a little patience. So we are all learning. We are all learning. So that we have a better insight and knowledge, okay? Feel free to share your questions. We are ready to answer you, okay? We are ready. We are ready to answer you and give
Okay,
you.
as you can see the screen now.
Yeah, we can see it.
So it said pivot table are interactive data
No, we
structures.
cannot see. We are not seeing the tab. We are not seeing the tab. We are seeing the tab of your uh, meeting class.
Okay, can you see it now?
Let's see. Let's see the Google.
Can you see my screen now?
No, we are not seeing the screen.
I don't know what's happening.
You
Come
are
in, let me
supposed to
see.
share the tab. Like click on tab. You search.
Okay, can you see this now?
Yeah, we can see it. Okay. Yeah, you can search for pivot table.
Okay, as you can see, pivot table here.
Good. So, so Ayodele, can you read for us?
Pivot tables are interactive data structures in Excel that allow you to investigate variables by
Good.
pivoting them against one another. This
Good.
allows you to cross to see cross-section of data that may not be apparent on first glance of the data.
So good. And it's not used for data cleaning, okay? It's not used for data cleaning. So let's work today. Are we ready? So let's work more. I want to go in depth and I want to go in depth on this. So I've loaded my data set. So let's work on this and see how the pivots table is. So you can stop sharing. So are you seeing my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Hello, can you see my screen? Hello. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, good.
That's
So this is a sales data set. So I'm trying to go over it because Ayodele said we should go over it. So this is sales data set, and let's now for us to take our table into pivot table, we have to select all the element all the cells, and I believe instructor Martin stopped us